Hey guys, hope everything's going well. You guys know the drill. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below. Alrighty, today I want to talk about Simone Biles and she quitting on Team USA, quitting on her teammates, quitting on the country. And what's quite interesting is that the media is looking at her like a hero. Sure, she is the GOAT. She is the greatest female gymnast out there. Even though she's the greatest of all time, it just shows how fragile a lot of younger people are these days. Back in the day, we didn't complain about mental health issues. We had to deal with it the hard way. And sure, I'm not that much older than Biles, but if you're in the millennial category, we didn't have social media growing up as we were teenagers. Okay, yeah, you may have had AOL and AIM for those of you that remember that. We got Facebook in 2004, but we didn't have Twitter growing up. And Twitter, in my opinion, has caused a lot of problems out there. It's created a toxic culture. In my opinion, it's also created a situation why athletes have mental health issues, in my opinion. But going back to Biles, here's how I see it. I don't know if you guys agree with this, and I want you to comment. Simone Biles did phenomenally in Rio de Janeiro, and she won many gold medals. And this Olympics, she didn't do so well. You could see in her body language, she was really, really nervous. And that's really strange because she was very confident in the past. She was doing things flawlessly, and something just seemed a bit off with her. I'm like, okay, she's gonna pick up the slack later on, even though still did okay. She didn't do Simone Biles level type perfection. That's all. Or her performance wasn't great. It wasn't as excellent as we've expected it to be. Now, here's how I see it going down. Simone Biles thought she couldn't perform the way that she did in Rio de Janeiro, and she couldn't handle the stress dealing with it because throughout her career, she has been phenomenal. And she can't deal with the fact that, okay, she may get a few silver medals. It may hurt her ego. So she decided to walk away. I think that's the wrong thing to do because right now, during this pandemic, during COVID, a lot of people have lost their job. A lot of people have lost their ability to make a living. And to show young people out there that you're going to quit when you have no injury, that does not look good. It's showing younger people out there that, hey, it's okay to quit. It's okay to give up. Because a lot of people right now are hopeless. And the way you raise people's spirit up is to battle through these trials and tribulations, to battle through these troubled times. Not troubled times, but to battle through your issues. And Simone Biles did not do that. Simone Biles, what she could have done was, I was still in pain. I had a lot of anxiety, but I still went through it. Now, I didn't perform the way that I should have, but at the end of the day, I still got a medals for Team USA. If she did that, people would have a lot of respect for her because they'd be like, oh, she did great in Rio de Janeiro. She's getting older. She's 24. She's in a lot of pain, and she persevered through it. But a lot of Americans don't want to have any of this. And the media is making her look like a victim, which is also turning off many individuals. Another thing to note is that Simone Biles had the GOAT logo, I believe, on her uniform. And sure, she is the GOAT, but whenever someone does that, someone preaches that they're the GOAT or says it implicitly, they may have an ego problem. LeBron James, for instance, he declared in one ESPN special, I believe, that he felt like he was the greatest of all time. And if you look at Michael Jordan, he was very careful throughout time regarding the greatest of all time. I believe he was talking about other players that preceded him. He's saying that during different times, the play was different. So you can't say, okay, this person was the GOAT, or Jerry West was the GOAT, for instance, or maybe Magic or Larry, etc. You can't say that. And that's what Michael Jordan said. So he presented himself in a very different manner. Yeah, he was a jerk, but at the same time, he never preached that he was the GOAT while he was playing, even after that. And you see the demeanor in those individuals that are GOATs. They never say it explicitly. Tom Brady never does that. I don't remember Wayne Gretzky saying that. Someone could correct me if I'm wrong. Now, like I told you, LeBron James, Simone Biles, and then there is, in terms of sports cards, gamblers, there's this guy named Vegas Dave. He calls himself the GOAT. That turns me off. Sure, he may have been right on a few calls and made good money, but if you call yourself the GOAT like that, have a big ego like that, I tend to shy away from that. And I look at guys like Michael Jordan, even though they may have been jerks. Anyways, what do you guys think about Simone Biles? What do you think about her quitting on her teammates, all because of mental health? Not because she was battling through some injury that prevented her from performing. If it was an injury and she couldn't perform, okay. But at the end of the day, I see Tom Brady. He was playing on a torn MCL, and he won a Super Bowl. He didn't complain one bit. I'm sure Tom Brady dealt with some trouble growing up. He was rejected in college. He was battling for some spots with Drew Henson, and you saw Tom Brady got picked at the 6th round. He was a backup to Drew Bledsoe, and because of a miracle, he got in after Bledsoe got injured. And then Tom Brady won 7 Super Bowls, the greatest quarterback of all time. And I notice with older players, they don't look at themselves as victims. They don't really talk about the mental health issues that they may be facing. It's more of challenges and obstacles. And in my opinion, the way that people should handle their challenges and obstacles is not by looking themselves as a victim, is by taking a negative and turning it into a positive. And I made that mistake growing up. And even though I may be cynical at times, lately what I'm trying to do is trying to take negatives and trying to make it into a positive. And that may require doing some extra hard work or extra workouts. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about Biles. Do you think that she's a quitter? Do you think that she's a disgrace? Some people are just completely blasting her. Anyways, guys, let me know. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Comment down below, guys. Thanks. Bye.